In this video, I'll show you how to adjust margins in LibreOffice Calc. Hi, my name is Michael with Office Nifty. I make quick tips and tutorials on how to use Calc software. I'll head over to my other spreadsheet. Here I just have a list of books. So in the menu, to get to the margins section, we can go to Format and then choose Page Style. And then under the Page tab, there's the Margins area. Here we can specifically change the measurement for the margins, either increase it, decrease it, or we can always just type in the number ourselves. So here in the preview, it can show a little bit of what we changed, but since I only changed a little value, it's not very obvious. I'll go ahead and hit OK. Another way that gives us a better visual view is in the menu, we can go to File and Print Preview. So Print Preview really gives us a better idea of how the page will look like on the printed sheet. Here I can zoom in a little bit because my table only occupies the top portion of the page. Here we have the icon for margins. Once we click it, these dotted lines appear indicating where the margins are. And here I could just drag and decrease the margin or also increase just based on a preference. So we can see this preview kind of tells us how it might seem like with different margins. And if I scroll down, I can go to see my second page. I press the page down to get to my next page. And here's the rest of my table. But since my table is more wide than it is tall, it makes sense for me to actually change the layout to be landscape. Here under Format Page icon, I can change the orientation to landscape. And because I set my margins fairly wide, my table actually doesn't fit on one page. So one thing I could try is to decrease my margins. And now I have my table on just one sheet and I'm able to adjust the margins to my liking. One thing to note is if you've adjusted the margins too thin, that might not work well for your specific printer because each printer has their limits. So in the example where you have to set your margins a little bit too wide for your table, I can show you how you can zoom out of your content and still try to manage one sheet when printing. That's through the use of this zoom level. Right now it's in the middle, but we can zoom out. I just click the once and now my third column of my table shows up. If I were to print this, it'll be on one page. I'll show you again. If I went back to the default zoom, my third column doesn't fit on the first page and there's actually a second page. So you can try using this zoom bar to see if that will allow you to fit your content into one sheet. Well, that's it for today's quick tip. I hope it was helpful. If there's anything else you'd like to learn, feel free to mention it in the comment section below. Thank you for watching, and as always, stay nifty.